Good afternoon again. I am sorry, viewers, for that technical problem here, but I'm back with you now at nearly 25 minutes to 2 o'clock. And we hope that you've had a lovely lunch break and a lovely, healthy lunch here. And I'd like to open the show, the second part of the show, by continuing on about toasted sandwiches. Now, toasted sandwiches, you cannot go wrong. But before I do talk about toasted sandwiches, well, sandwiches in general, they are portable, practical, and you can almost put anything in them, such as curried egg, tuna, salmon, cream cheese, cheese and Vegemite, cream cheese and Vegemite, banana sandwiches, peanut butter, jam, Nutella, you name it. It's all there. And to discuss more about sandwiches, here's my upside, and good afternoon to you. Welcome to the second part of the show today.
Thanks for having me, Barry. It's really good to be in the studio today.
So what's your favourite sandwich filling? I'd like to hear from you. And also today, before we go, we'll be talking about an irresistible bread and butter pudding. Now, who can resist a bread and butter pudding? Yum. Well, now I will tell you how to make a bread and butter pudding towards the end of today's show, but on with the toasted sandwiches now. And a toasted sandwich, guys, is simple to make. You simply grab your favorite bread, okay, as you desire filling, whether it's cheese and tomato, ham and tomato, cheese and Vegemite, and tuna, canned salmon, ricotta cheese, cream cheese, you name it. You can just about put anything in a toasted sandwich. And how do you put a toasted sandwich together? Well, I have the answer for you right now. Simply place your desired filling inside the bread. You butter the inside of the bread first, then place your desired filling that you are having, and then close it. Put the other slice of bread on the top, okay? Then butter the outside of the bread, okay? And then you cook your sandwich until the filling is hot and golden brown, and then lift out of your sandwich press. But be really careful, guys. The filling might be really hot, so try a small piece first. Now, I'd like to tell you about how to make a toasted ham and cheese sandwich. Now, have some good cheese and good ham, guys. So, what you do is butter your bread, okay? And your ham and some good cheese, okay? Whether it's cheddar, vintage, singles, or Gruyere, any cheese you like. Parmesan you can add in there, slices of mozzarella, or you can just use the grated stuff. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, some really good suggestions there, Barry, with all the different types of cheeses. There's always something you can try that you haven't tried before.
And also, guys, if you've got any leftover chicken schnitzel, you can have that in a sandwich too with some melted slices of cheese. Or for those that can't have the normal cheese, you can use the lactose-free cheese. Now, to make a chicken schnitzel sandwich, add some leftover chicken schnitzel which you cooked from last night, okay? And then you can put some tomato pasta sauce on the top of that and cook it in some bread or a long bread roll, whatever your heart desires, and sprinkle or put some cheese slices over the top, and then bake in the oven until your bread is crisp and your filling is hot and your cheese is melted. Sort of like a chicken parmesan from Subway, isn't it? But it's a homemade version. Now I'm going to talk about how you make a bread and butter pudding. Have you got slices of bread that are too stale for sandwiches? Well, now I'm going to tell you how you can make a bread and butter pudding. Simply place some well-buttered slices of bread in an oven-proof dish, a great oven-proof dish, and make a custard with eggs and milk and sugar and vanilla essence, okay? Make sure that you've got good eggs to make custard with and good milk. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, definitely. The quality is very important.
And once you've made your custard, okay, simply pour over your bread slices, cover with more bread, and then continue with your custard, and then bake it in the oven until it's golden brown and set. And what would you serve with a bread and butter pudding? Well, I think some stewed fruit might be the way to go, or some ice cream, or just on its own. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, I completely agree, Barry. That's what I would have ice cream with mine.
So, if you don't have normal bread, guys, you can use a fruit loaf as well. And if the last few slices are too stale for toast or whatever, you can use up the stale bread as well. And look up a recipe for bread and butter pudding. I can tell you guys now, you are really gonna love this recipe, and this is where I'd like to conclude the sandwich segment and bread segment by telling you how you make this irresistible bread and butter pudding, and you can add some dried fruit to that. It really does go down well. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, Barry. I think that's really good.
So we're just about to head into our closing sequence now on today's show. So stay right where you are, viewers. It's bushfire season. Please don't be an idiot and light bushfires, because our bush is very precious, and you don't want to be caught lighting bushfires this summer. So please, don't act the fool and light bushfires. This is Barry Fair from St. Ives. Well, now we're into the closing stages of today's show. We hope that you've enjoyed this yummy segment about bread and butter and sandwiches. I'm sure my outsider has.
Yeah, it's given me a lot of really good ideas for my cooking the weekend.
And also, you can make minced apples with bread too if you're at a camp. So if you've got a sandwich, press, do the same. Well, that's all we've got time for today on the show, and we'll be back with you tomorrow at Oceana. Here's my outsider now for her closing message.
Thanks for having me in the studio, Barry. It was a pleasure. Looking forward to next week's segment.
And tomorrow's segment.
And tomorrow's segment as well. But that's a special segment that we'll discuss tomorrow.
And if you would like to comment on today's videos, please do so. And from me, Barry Fair, and my outsider, we wish you a very good afternoon. It's coming up to 14 minutes to 2. We're going to take you out now with a video from four-wheel drive action. And tomorrow on the show, we'll be talking about how to plan a four-wheel drive trip. So we're going to leave you now with a four-wheel drive video. Until then, see you tomorrow. Have a good Tuesday night.